stream. Start the stream! Perfect. Alright. Time to put it everywhere. Introduction, general, I guess Yes.
Alright, it appears the stream has been started.
It is indeed started. I did start it, right? Yeah, 10 o'clock's when we usually start it.
Hello, Angel.
Hey, Angel. Streamer bees. I'm just putting my stream everywhere.
And Angel Speed is saying that Easy Mode Gamer needs a promotion to General.
That's right, isn't it? Easy Mode Gamer did get in the server, right? Because I know I sent him the link, I'm pretty sure. He's in here. I don't see him on my list, though. I could have sworn I saw him in here. I'll have to recheck that, actually. Oh, no, he's in here. I see him.
Does not appear... Oh.
Did he leave? Because he's not... Well, now he's on the list because I put him there. I don't know. My thing wasn't showing him for a while.
Wait, this is... That's... I was searching my server.
Eh, well, whatever. Just took care of it. Bing, bang, boom. And we got another bottle of kitty wine to open. Where's my corkscrew? Haha.
Alright. So, Heather.
Yes.
You know the, you know that wonderful tip jar link you have in your description that anyone can click on at any time during the stream and can send you any amount of money that they wish, correct?
Yes.
Do you also happen to know about how some streamers have things set up where their audience can pay a certain amount, usually I see it from Twitch, so a certain amount of bits, and it'll play a sound effect or play an animation on stream?
Yes.
What if I told you we could do the same thing with that tip jar?
That'd be pretty badass. How would that work? Is it like connected to YouTube? Hold on one sec. Let me focus on opening this.
Yep.
Yeah. Hold on. I could do it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, it's slipping through my thighs. This is happening. Girls, what do you think it's happening? You know what? I'm gonna put this mysteriously on the side of the screen, so it'll magically.
I was about to
open.
say, is there any magic in that futon that you can take advantage of?
Most likely. About to see. Magical futon. Can you open that bottle of wine? I see it. Oh! It worked! You can give me the cork, magical futon. I need a wine stopper. Oh, I love how the cork has little pictures of cats on it. It is very
So,
great.
Charles B wants to know, would Shining Armor be an easy opponent for Brawny?
Easy? No way. That guy's got magic.
Last I checked, the only thing that Shining is good at is shields.
I don't know. Did you see him do those gymnastics in the best gift ever?
I have not seen the best gift ever yet. I still need to fix that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I haven't seen Best Gift Ever. I haven't seen the back half of Season 9. And I have not seen the G5 movie yet.
Oh, geez, maybe we just gotta sit down with you one day and watch stuff. Alright.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I just need to schedule a vacation to come visit you guys at this point.
That'd be cool. We're gonna take you to Gatorland!
Actually, so I went... That would be awesome.
It would be.
So I went to Buffalo Wild Wings with friends last night. Have you ever tried their cauliflower wings?
I have not.
They are really good. But I also don't have a point of comparison due to my chicken allergy.
Well, yeah, so you wouldn't be able to have wings. Man, so that's probably one of the few things you could have gotten.
I mean, I could, but it would be a massive pain.
I assume it would be. Hold on one sec. I forgot my clear cup. Alright, back to cauliflower wings. So did you have them with ranch or blue cheese?
Neither. I had them with honey barbecue sauce.
You know, I am just not a fan of the honey sauces on chicken. Or, you know, most things that are savory. Like any meat. Like, people like to put, like, buffalo honey barbecue. Like, Bronny got us, like, one day I was like, I would like pizza and wings for dinner. But you can just pick up, like, some frozen wings at the store. And it'll be just as good. But he doesn't do well with spice, so he thought he'd compromise and just get a different kind of wing. And he got honey barbecue, and I actually don't like it. And so...
I need Bronny and I to stop being the same person.
Last I checked, he didn't have no chicken allergy. Unless he's just not telling me.
No, but I can't handle spice either. Like, that honey barbecue sauce was getting right towards the point where I would stop being able to handle it.
Yeah. You know, the buffalo cauliflowers were probably really good in calories, though. I tried to do stuff with cauliflower a lot back in Tucson, but I don't think I could cook it right. I hated it.
How'd you try cooking it?
I'd boil it. I'd try getting it on the pan. And, like, I'd try it with, like, different sauces and stuff. I'd just season it with salt and pepper. I don't know, I didn't like it much.
Alright, so I will say boiled cauliflower, not that great. I have microwave pouches of vegetable that involve cauliflower, which I think is only, like, a half step away from boiled cauliflower. It's okay. Honestly, I like cauliflower fresh, or like I had it last night, where I think it might have been grilled or something, and then breaded and put in the sauce.
The thing about cauliflower is that you can sometimes kind of use it like potatoes. Like, that's how my mom's trick would be to get us kids to eat more vegetables, was to, like, mix mushed up cauliflower with mashed potatoes. And you really couldn't tell.
So Barney wants to know who would win: highly trained and ranked combat veteran who could shoot lasers and shield an entire city, or a crippled, self-conscious photographer with anger management issues?
Yeah, that says it all right there, doesn't it?
I don't know. I'd probably put my money on the photographer.
Yeah, you can take him.
Because we have to keep in mind, Shining is affiliated with the Royal Guard, which officially makes him a joke.
Yeah. Poor guy. 1, 2,
Easier.
6. I guess I should have said excuse me for that.
And Charles B says, would you think badly of me if I said I prefer your crochet streams over your controller ones?
No. You like what you like.
Yeah.
There's probably a bit less.
The point of the controller streams was supposed to be variety. That way we can appeal to different groups of people rather than always being the same thing.
Yeah, and you know, I can get, like, the disadvantages to some, like, the gaming streams. I'm probably not as involved with the chat as I could be.
I'm certainly not as involved because I'm too busy voicing a hyperactive skeleton.
That shit happens though. But also like crochet screams, like if we don't have the right topic, it can be kind of slow. The talking can be kind of slow. Sometimes you're probably not interested in every project I'm making, so there's pros and cons to each. So I think both streams have their charms.
So Brody is correcting me and saying that Brody is canonically a terrible fighter.
How do you make it through life then? I think
Wait a
Brawny.
minute. Isn't Brody disciplined in at least one form of martial art?
He knows Wing Chun. As a guy with no wings, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, like, I swear, every time I have made fun of Brody for his wing situation, I just hear,
I will send you to Jesus.
yeah, I updated my soundboard.
6, 7, 8.
Actually, I don't know if I'm ever going to get the chance to use these, so I'm going to press both these buttons now.
Emotional damage.
Aw, you should have waited for
Emotional damage.
should have waited for a sick burn.
I should have, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
It'll happen. All you have to do is like, Heather, lay down a sick burn. And I'm like, okay, you're fat. And then you just go emotional damage. You gotta all acknowledge my shirt. Always be yourself. Unless you can be a unicorn. Then always be a unicorn.
Unless you can be an alicorn, then always be an alicorn.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh yeah, and this one I'm really never going to have a time to press. That's good. So
Domo arigato, PogChamp.
Do that to Brandon. As soon as he comes in, he's like, you just go to Brandon, like, Brandon, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. And he's like, what? And then you just press the button.
yeah.
I feel like
Honestly,
you'd get a kick.
if we were only able to set up one sound alert for your channel, I would want it to be that.
I'm not calling you a PogChamp, Emerald. It's not happening.
No, you wouldn't do it. Basically, it'd be like someone in chat could donate 50 cents or something, and that would play.
Oh my god. I'd start have to pay that guy royalties. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You have to make it my catchphrase. What is my catchphrase?
Ronnie has just quoted one of the best buys I have ever seen.
Your mother buys you Mega Blocks instead of Legos.
Your mother buys you Mega Blocks instead of
You
Legos.
take that shit back.
Also, Brody says, I like crochet. Video games rot your brain. That's bold coming from the guy who does video games bi-weekly.
I know. What a hypocrite. What a huge tard. What a fool. That guy
Watch
doesn't know what
out,
he's
that
talking.
magic wide-opening futon might turn into a portal that Brody will come out to close on you from.
Nah, it may be brown, but it's not brownie.
Well, no, I don't expect it to be Brody. I'm just saying it'll open a portal between wherever he is now and the office.
Nah, he'd never dare come in like that. He wouldn't disrespect me like that, but I'll disrespect him! Almost done with this round. Oh yeah, just in case you guys forgot what the project was that I was working on, because, you know, we switch our streams a lot. I'm working on an orange rainbow monkey. A rainbow monkey is a product I have on my Etsy shop. It's based off of the, you know, Care Bear ripoffs from Codename Kids Next Door, if you know that cartoon. I have crocheted my own versions. And I get that it's a pretty popular item on my Etsy shop. The few orders that I do get are usually for that or Carl the Cupcake from Five Nights at Freddy's. And I've never seen someone order orange. It's usually pink or blue, mostly pink. I've had yellow once, and what else? I can't recall. I think it's just those couple of colors. And I got purple once, but I have not seen someone order orange. And I like orange. More people should like orange. So I'm going to make an orange one, take a picture, and have it posted so people can see it. Like, hey, here's an orange one, and it looks pretty good, doesn't it? So maybe someone will order orange. Right now I'm working on the head. We obviously finished the body a while back. So we're going to try and get started on the head here. Once we're done with the head, let's see. A little bit before we're done with the head. And then from there you got to make the legs and arms and all the little details, and you sew it all together. Like, if I really go at it, I could finish this kind of thing in like a few days. But I've been saving it for the stream because, again, no one ordered it, so it's just kind of a product I'm making to be sitting around for a bit. So we can take our time.
Yeah. Once I dig myself out of this financial hole, I'll definitely be commissioning more stuff from you.
Don't worry about it. I'm not in dire straits for money right now. I mean, I do like getting orders and just having it around because, oh yeah, news for the rest of the chat. I don't know if I said it, but I quit my second job because it didn't seem no longer necessary. I got a different second job. The pay's a little bit better, but it's less hours. But that's exactly what I want. So things are going all right, and I no longer have to worry about being dreadfully tired during the week. I don't think. I know Bronny's happy. It means I can participate in his group workouts more often now. And he never liked me having a second job anyway. I could tell. Oh, I need to show you guys something. I got a new mouse pad this week. I needed wrist support. You seeing this, Emerald?
Oh, boy. Not yet, but I'm about to.
It's really cute. You'll love it. I'm pretty sure I showed it to you.
I don't remember seeing that one, but aw.
It's cute. I really love it. And it's really nice. I do think wrist support, I gotta do everything I can to prevent arthritis and, you know, what do you call it? Carpal tunnels. I keep around wrist braces so when my wrist really starts to hurt before, like, you know, it's about to get carpal tunnel, I'll put that on for like a day and soon my wrist will be better. I like really do my best because I need my wrists and my hands. They're just too valuable to lose. Like, if it was a choice between getting one of my hands cut off and maybe getting a face scar, I'd probably pick the face scar because I need this shit.
Yeah.
And I think I'd
Honestly,
still be
in my case, if I had to choose between getting one hand cut off or both legs cut off, legs.
You know, I'd probably pick legs too because then they can give you those prosthetics that are kind of like a hooky shape, but they're actually really good for running around.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the big thing about, I've thought about this a lot in regards to cybernetics. Like, having one cybernetic arm, you already have one dominant arm and one inferior arm. Unless you're ambidextrous, lucky you. So, if I get my right arm chopped off and replaced with a robot arm, well, I still got my left arm for writing with, so... I mean, you chop off the left arm, I'm probably gonna have a fair bit of more trouble, but... Yeah, robot right arm, that's cool. If you chop off one of your legs and replace it with a robot leg, now you're unbalanced.
Alright, yeah, so you should just go all or nothing on that.
Yeah.
Well, gladly no one is going around chopping off our limbs and making us choose which ones get chopped off. Let's all try to stay safe and not get any of our limbs chopped off, and just try to preserve them as best we can. I need to avoid arthritis at all costs, and I'm probably gonna look shit up because I know I'm only in my late 20s, but I'm like, I gotta do shit now to prevent the aging process, bro. Let's get out that anti-age cream. We're getting our frickin' wrist braces. I got my frickin' this ergonomic handle for crocheting.
Yeah. Honestly, my issue right now is my left knee. For some reason, it's exclusively my left knee. It keeps hurting. And I don't know how to fix it long term.
You gotta talk to Bronny about that. He'd probably be able to lock it down, like what it's coming from. Like, do you notice that you like lean on that side a lot? Are you bending a lot? What's going on there?
Well, I can definitely say one of the most complicating issues of it is the fact that I've had the same work boots since 2019.
Oh no, that's not
finally,
good.
Lowe's sent me the shipping confirmation for the pair of replacement boots that I ordered about a week and a half ago. So, hopefully that gets here soon.
Yes, you definitely need newer shoes. Like 2019, that was a couple years back. You gotta replace your shoes ever so often. And you're probably not like me where you have like freaking racks of shoes and you just switch out which ones you wear all the time and it doesn't even matter because you sit all day.
No, like, And the other thing is, I'm flat-footed, so I need inserts anyway. My inserts are so overused to the point that the glue delaminated. So now the felt bunches up under my foot. But I don't want to replace them because if I'm gonna replace them, I might as well just put them in the new boots. But the new boots took so long that I might as well have just replaced them because they would have been worn out by now anyway.
God, that's a whole situation.
Indeed, but finally it's about to be solved. Bronny is asking for the problem again. The short answer is just that my knee hurts. It feels like it's stretching too far when I'm sitting down. When I'm standing up, it just kind of aches in general. I have a knee brace I picked up from work that I put on when it gets really bad, but it's just generally uncomfortable, borderline painful.
You know what you should do? You should measure your legs. See if one's longer than the other significantly.
I would not doubt that.
Because then you could be leaning on one more than the other and you wouldn't even know it.
Actually, given the fact that my right shoe tends to wear down faster, that's not unreasonable.
Yeah, I just thought of it. Also, Chad, I am also painting my toenails. Want them to be pretty. In case you're wondering what the hell I'm doing.
We should have had a downward-facing camera so you could keep your feet in frame at all times. We'd probably see like a tripling in viewership if you did that.
Ugh, trust me, it's not a pretty sight. I am not the best painter when it comes to nails and toes and shit. Like, I'll put my foot right here. If y'all want to see that.
I gotta get you on the horn with my sister. She's an artiste when it comes to her fingernails.
She's gotta give me some tips. I don't know why. Like, I try different stuff and it looks ugly. Lately, I've been doing lazy method of just putting glitter on everything and it'll look good. Which works, but, you know. You want something a little different.
Like, what did she do for Christmas? She used glue on nails so that she could be able to paint around it faster. Everything I'm about to describe, she did in 1 hour before we were due to be at a Christmas party. I think it was blue and white, silver and red stripes like a candy cane, Starry Night. One of them had a Christmas tree, and I forget what she did on her thumb. And then I'm sure I've told this one before. When she was in high school, she painted snow globes onto her nails.
Man, she's got a talent. She working in a salon yet?
Indeed she does. No, she does not work in a salon.
I think she had a calling. I just looked in the chat, the first thing I saw was Easy Mode Gamer going like, finally, feet pics! I know what he's in the Patreon for! Yeah. Don't worry, I'll make that freaking sub-channel. Heather's not feet pics, they're pedicure pics, it's different.
Vaguely reminds me of a joke that Family Guy did once, where it was like, they busted a guy for paying a woman for sex, and he said, "No, that's not what we're doing." "Yes, it is. You just paid this woman for sexual intercourse." "No, I paid her for sex, and we're filming it. She isn't a hooker. She's an actress. We're filming amateur pornography." "Oh, then you're perfectly good to go then."
Yeah, I remember that one. It was funny. Let's see. A Solar Moon Eclipse, Princess Heather Blossom. Does Brawny like brownies? Brownies? She has one in parentheses, so I'm confused. I assume you mean, does he like brownies? Yes, he does. We're gonna bake some together in our new oven tomorrow. If he's up for it, I'll check with him. But I'm sure he will.
You guys got a new oven? That's cool.
Yeah, because the old one, the glass, stovetop, it cracked, horribly. And to get that replaced was going to cost just as much as getting a whole brand new stove. So we just got another stove, and that ended up being cheaper. And we got it all hooked up today. And I cleaned it up real good, and, you know, it's going to be good. Charles B. asked, do you and Bronny have Valentine's Day plans? Yes, I made us a reservation at a fondue restaurant. It's gonna be real fancy. Well, probably not fancy, but I'm still gonna dress fancy because it makes me feel sexy.
When was Valentine's Day again?
Well, technically Valentine's Day is on Monday, but we're gonna go to this reservation on Sunday. Monday, he's just gonna make me a steak.
Yeah, right. So everyone Clips wants to know if it's an easy bake oven.
Girl, you know I can't suffice on a cake this big. I need a cake this big. Michelle Collins Gaming says, hey Heather, have you spoken to Sweetie recently? Not recently. We haven't been keeping up as well as we should. It's like every other Twitter post of hers I might see. We've both been living busy lives. Like, she's working 2 vet clinics right now, and I've been working 2 jobs. I just got off the second, and I'm running into another second job, and I'm also looking at different side business ventures. We've been busy. I'm actually working on something right now. It's technically a birthday present for my sister, but I had an idea for, you know, there's a lot of stuff right now of wooden stuff that you can just paint, and I saw a chest, and I'm like, you know what I could do? I could make custom jewelry boxes. So I got a jewelry box on our porch right now that I've put like paint primer on, and I'm gonna paint like a custom design on it. Like, I'm gonna do something simple at first with like flowers and shit, because, you know, it's my sister and she doesn't have like a niche interest like I do. But I'm gonna see how that goes and how it looks and functions, and maybe I'll break into that, because that sounds like something pretty cool. Not cool. Well, cool if it's positive to you, but cool. And I love painting. I don't know if I've said that to any of you guys, but I love painting. I just don't really get an opportunity to do it, and, you know, like, getting the materials and stuff is something in itself, and I've been living a pretty busy life. But I'd like to get into some painting, and it's really fun. I've been thinking about doing one for Sweetie, though.
That Bronny needs to do some woodworking so you can paint it.
I actually was telling him that. I'm like, you know, I spent $10 on a wooden, like a blank wooden jewelry box at Target, but I'm like, we have tons of trees around here that we're planning to cut down anyway. If Bronny learns how to woodwork some shit and make us our own jewelry boxes, you cut out the middleman, he can give me the jewelry boxes, I do all the painting and sell them. It's a perfect plan.
The only thing that's not perfect is that he's always too busy.
That's true. He's got too many side ventures, and now I'm starting to get too many. I crochet. I want to do more drawing. I want to do more animatics. I want to paint jewelry boxes now. I want to sing and dance and shit. My God, I have too much shit that I want to do.
Hey, there's only one solution. I'm gonna have to move in with you guys so I can do all your chores for you.
Oh my God, you just want to be our slave. Nice. Oh shit, I poured that too quickly. I do actually plan on finishing this entire bottle tonight because I want another vase. I've been using them as vases because they're just so pretty and cute.
Hey, so Bronny's saying in the chat that he needs to use the bathroom, but it's too far away. I think you need to get him a Gatorade bottle.
You know, I've told him to do that before, and he never wants to do it. Like, I told him that during the road trip, and, like, I had to go to the bathroom. He's like, Heather, just tell me what to do. It's like, nah, we don't want to stop for bathroom breaks. He's like, I have to pee, too. And I'm like, you can pee in a bottle! Just you guys can do that. You could just put your freaking wiener in a bottle, and you just pee. My nephews used to do it all the time.
You can do it, too. You just need to be a little more creative about it.
Yeah, no, I have to get, like, a funnel and, like, squat in a weird position, and then I might miss, and it's, like, a whole fucking mess.
Actually, I believe there are specially, is it specially molded, or was it just a flexible piece?
There is, for, like, camping, so you can, like, direct where you pee. That's pretty kick-ass. That's a good invention. I need to get one.
Mask, except it goes down there, and you can use it to aim.
Exactly. I need one of those. Who knows when I'll need to aim my piss. I love this stream. We go to weird places. Ugh.
Honestly, with how many VTubers I watch, it, like, this is tame.
Michael Collins said, "Isn't that unsanitary? Technically, women could pee in a bottle too. It's just harder. It's just harder. You guys already had a hose built in. Like, I just have the. And unsanitary. Well, technically, doesn't pee, like, it's just so, like, basic that it sterilizes? It's like alcohol in that? Probably not.
I thought urea was acidic.
I don't know. I don't know how anything works, man. Aaron, stop being nervous.
I know VTubers are cancer. I subscribed to 1 at the beginning of 2020, and I subscribed to like 70.
What happened? It spread. Like, it's cancer in the fact that it spreads really quick. Easy Mode Gamer says, I started a joke about feet pics. Now we're talking about this. Yep, this is what I signed up for. It's what you're paying for, bro. This quality content. This show. Solomon goes, Princess Heather P. Blossom. I'm a he, not a she. You kept referring to me as she. Oh, Solar Moon Clips. I'm sorry. I think I thought you were someone else that was a she. Sorry about that. If I ever get your pronouns wrong, please feel free to correct me. I can't tell what anyone is from here. Angel Speed says, Brawny Buck, what isn't cancer? Everything is cancer, that guy. VTubers aren't that bad. They just have a cute animated thing. Which, you know what? That's innovative. That way they don't have to look good all the time. Me, I just kind of let my roles hang out and force you to accept it. And some of you are into it. Raises a lot of questions, honestly.
You know, I actually know, I subscribe to a VTuber who is a VTube model creator, and she has made pony VTuber models before.
There's a lot out there that we just haven't seen yet. Ronnie goes, ponies aren't cancer. You don't even like real life ponies. I feel like you're a faker if you don't like real life ponies. Come on. Was this my second Coke?
So Brody only likes cartoon ponies, but not real ponies.
Yeah.
I don't know, Brody. That's kinda sus.
It's kind of cringe. Enjoy the look of my feet, people. I washed them today and gave them the full callus treatment so there'll be no calluses. I'm painting them. This is all for you.
Brody,
this is all for the
what do you need a
fans.
mocap suit for? Because I bet there are cheaper options for some things you might want to do with it.
You know where he gets it from? It's from the Russian Badger. The Russian Badger uses a mocap suit and shit to make the animations for his videos. And he's like, man, that's really good. So that's what he wants
I've
to
heard
do.
where the Russian Badger is the reason that I bought $250 worth of gamer subs.
You see? He does good. Oh, shit. No, it's fine.
Okay, so Brody's trying to complain that we're not getting any crochet done. But I need to point out that
No, I was getting
we
crochet
have
done.
the Son of Chaos on Chaos and Crochet. I think the scales are tipped a little bit.
Yeah, and plus it's not an urgent commission, and also I wanted to paint my toenails. Shit. Do I have to call it Chaos Crochet and Pedicures? That doesn't roll off the tongue well.
Call it.
Also,
I
if
wanna
you
make a
guys were
joke
wondering
about
what I
calling
was
it
eating.
Chaos something and oop. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I was just saying, you guys see me just eating shit randomly. I'm eating zebra popcorn. It's like caramel corn with chocolate stripes in it. It's really good. You were saying?
Alright, I want to make a joke about calling the stream something along the lines of Chaos, Blank, and Toenails, where the blank, it starts with a B, but I can't think of an appropriate B word to put there.
Bodacious.
Chaos and Bodacious Toenails. Now, can you figure out why I wanted to make that joke?
CBT. What's CBT? Oh man, I'm missing out on the joke, I know it.
Yep.
Oh my god. Maybe Bronny knows the joke. Alright, we're getting to the repetitive bit of the pattern, so I'm not gonna need
I
to
don't
use
feel
my
like
brain
saying
for
it on
this.
stream, so I put it in Chaos and Crochet.
Oh my god! Emerald! I was thinking of CBD oils for some reason. That wasn't right. Someone goes, actually, Chaos and Pedicure sounds nice, but also really girly. Yeah, that too. Also, I drink wine in these all the time. Are we gonna start calling it Chaos Crocheting and Heather gets fucking drunk? We don't just add on everything that I do here.
Well,
damn it, Bronny, we didn't need you to put that in the chat. Jesus Christ. I'm glad my nephews and my sisters didn't come into this stream. Oh my god.
No, honestly, putting your alcohol consumption into the title of the stream would be the easiest, because we could just call it Crunk Crocheting.
Oh my god. Chaos, Crunk, and Crochet. Oh,
Crunk Chaotic Crocheting.
you just gotta always make sure there's a k at the beginning of the word.
Yep. To be extra quirky, we'll start each word with the letter K.
Charles B goes, does Equestria have torture chambers? I'm sure hope they're not cock and ball torture ones. Charles. Bronny is stealing the show, because he had to say cock. Chaos, cock, and crochet. If I get an OnlyFans, that's what it's gonna be. Chaos and cock! And you have to say it like that.
I think Roddy would have some serious reservations about that plan.
In this situation, he's like dead or he left me or something. That's what's gonna push me to be a whore. If you didn't think I was slutty enough. I mean, I kinda just let my tits flop out and everything. I really don't care. Stealing the show, he's not even in it.
Done that was when you were in Arizona, and it was like 110 out.
Oh yeah, no, you know whose tits were looking really good on my stream were Sweetie's when she wore that one shirt around Halloween time. Titty's like, BAM! She has good...
I need to go clip that. You will get 30 million views.
Oh my god. Freaking, I shouldn't say it on stream, but I was about to say, like, man, she's got some pretty good ties. And I'm like, yeah, she did, but you shouldn't say it.
You just see Speedy type teleports behind you in chat.
Mm. Oh my god. Solomon Clips asks, Princess Heather P. Blossom, PJ Pants is giving me vibes from the moon animatronic from Security Breach. Who's PJ Pants?
You're PJ Pants.
I'm PJ Pants?
No, you're wearing PJ
Oh
Pants.
yeah, cause you're talking about Moondrop, Moon Guy. That's actually Sunny is my favorite animatronic from Security Breach. He seems unhinged just on his own, and I really liked that. I'd like a plushie of him. Charles B's like, oh, when Sweetie had the Kingdom Hearts attire. Yeah, she did say it was Kingdom Hearts or something. It was pink. I don't know. Michael Collins Gaming says, I heard on another stream that if the stream goes on long enough, then YouTube stops caring what you say. It's been like a little over a half hour. I don't think YouTube really cares about my streams in general because it's not a very big stream. It doesn't get like millions of views. So I can just kind of get away with saying whatever I want because no one cares because I'm not big enough. Now, if I get big enough and someone were to go into my archives, I'm sure they could, like, retro ban, like, some of my streams or something if I said a weird curse word. Though I doubt that I'll ever reach that level. I don't know. Bronny Bug says, I really shouldn't say that Sweetie has really nice tas on stream while talking about how good Sweetie's breasts were on stream. Exactly. Julie Rose, do you remember the July 4th stream when you were wearing a cowboy hat while drunk, Heather? You assuming I won't do that again, because I will. Like, summer is the time where I get that margarita wine thing and I start drinking it, because that stuff's the heavy shit, let me tell you. The rest of the year I'm on wine, which is like fucking not very much. But that margarita wine, that'll knock my ass if I have more than 2 glasses.
I have just thought of a really dangerous combination that I probably shouldn't tell you about, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Gamer subs with alcohol.
It's caffeinated too. It's like how people would mix Red Bull with alcohol to make themselves feel more awake while they were getting loopy. I don't know.
Well, it's caffeinated unless you go for one of the uncaffeinated ones.
Well, then it's just something that flavors your drink.
Yeah. My biggest regret was that the two caffeine-free flavors I got were sour.
I haven't had anything since Guacamole Gamer Fart, and I haven't reordered in a while because I haven't needed it. And I don't want to have a dependency on caffeine. I haven't told you, but when I get too much caffeine in my system, I start to have heart palpitations. Like, even just like a slightly bigger cup of coffee will start making me have chest pains because of the palpitations. So I try to avoid it if it's too much. Maybe I'll get some decaf at some point, but that's just going to be a luxury thing. But, yeah, I have to be careful. I don't know what that is about. I don't know if other people get that. I hear other people do, but I haven't heard anyone else talk about it. But, yeah, I get heart palpitations with too much caffeine. It weirds me out, and I don't like the way it feels.
I have that from too much caffeine, but I also have it from too much coffee.
Yeah, I think it's just like a me thing, and maybe it's an unhealthy person thing. And it probably is like days where maybe I've had too much sugar along with it. I was getting it yesterday when I was putting together a coffee at work. I brought some like 0 calorie sweeteners, and I poured like this much of coffee, and I put some creamer in there, like some oat milk, and I was trying to mix up some like a caramel vanilla thing, but I couldn't get it right, so I kept putting more and more to see if I could get a good balance, but I didn't end up doing it. But I ended up drinking the whole thing. But yeah, it gave me real bad heart palpitations, and I really don't like that. Bronny's talking about, like, yeah, gamer subs with alcohol, Four Loko. You're thinking of Four Loko. My sister liked that. My little sister likes that. I don't like that. Let me put some glitter on my toes. That's what's gonna make them purty.
There we go.
Want to get some glitter on there. Glitter. I went with like a creamy white background with some I don't know what pink you'd call that, like a flashy pink, maybe like a hot pink speckles. It's glitter. Let's do it. And the problem with this is sometimes like it's just glitter mixed up with like clear nail polish, and sometimes you just get like a brush full of clear where it gets not mixy enough. I want a little more glitter on there. Come on. Hope it looks good on my fingernails too. Alright, I think that's enough glitter on my toes. Not that anyone's gonna really see my toes. I wear shoes a lot more than I wear sandals. Okay, what did I miss in the chat? Do you like energy drinks? I liked Bang Energy, but that has too much calorie and too much caffeine. I have to worry about heart palpitations, like I've said. Michael Collins says, hey Heather, what is your opinion on DMs and stuff like that? DMs? Like direct messages? Like, you kind of have to message people directly about stuff. Unless you mean Dungeon Masters. In which case, I don't really know. I tried playing Dungeons and Dragons, but I found it really boring. Maybe it was just the DM I was currently with, but I didn't find it incredibly interesting, so I didn't keep doing it. I really tried. I liked character creation and stuff like that, but maybe I just didn't have the right chemistry in the group.
I think Michael might be asking about people DMing you.
Oh! It gets me off guard because I don't remember everyone's names. Like, there's some people on the chats that have been around and, like, try to engage in conversation. I'll be honest, like, I don't really use DMs unless I need to reach someone about something. I'm a lot more introverted than I seem. I don't know. I try to be nice and, you know, if you have an interesting conversation and stuff, but, like, the repertoire I find hard to reciprocate. I feel awkward, I guess, I should say. That's what it really is. I feel awkward. Let's see. Heather, you should show the stream here.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Braun was just saying I should show the stream my Loki pictures behind my desk. Yeah, I'll show them that. I have,
And while you're maneuvering your camera for that, I can definitely vouch for Heather's introvertedness and my introvertedness. We basically don't talk unless it's for Chaos and Crochet.
Yeah, I mean, not to say we won't talk outside of stream. We do sometimes, but yeah. So I have, like, an actual picture of Loki. I have My Little Loki with Sleipnir, and this really cool piece of Loki that a fan artist made. I like Loki. I haven't watched all of Loki this series. I have to. I have to sit down and do that. It's on my to-do list, but I find it hard to keep up with. I'm watching Golden Girls right now. That's already been completed.
I gotta be completely honest, I stopped caring about the MCU after Endgame.
I'll be honest, I did too. I just watched a little bit of Loki over Thanksgiving with Brownie's family, and I was kind of into it, though. I liked it.
Yep. Let's see. The only MCU things I've seen have been the entire Avengers series, the entire Captain America series.
Knife? Knife, what are you doing?
Thor 3.
Knife!
Oh,
Knife!
what
Hey!
got?
No. No. Don't play with that. Don't play with that. No, I don't want you there. The last thing I need is you jumping on that tank.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was sniffing the fish food in the cups, which is right next to Spoon. I don't need her jumping on that, so I gotta discourage it right away.
Don't need to put any knives in the spoon drawer, thank you very little.
Nah, yeah, that's not happening. Sorry about that. What were you saying?
I forget.
Something about the MCU.
Oh yes, so the only MCU things are all of Avengers, all of Captain America, Thor 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. I might have seen Iron Man 1 at some point. Doctor Strange, and I think that's it.
Yeah, after Endgame, things got patchy for me. Like, I didn't watch the Black Widow movie. I haven't watched The Eternals. I haven't watched... God, the shorter list is what I did watch. I watched Spider-Man Far From Home.
I bet I would enjoy that, I just do not care enough to go out of my way to see it.
Me too. Me too, bro. Me too. I think someone was asking, Charles B., is that Pinky's head on your wall, Heather? Yes, this is actually a coin purse. It's really cute. I put it on some of my backpacks and purses. I would put it on my Kirby backpack, but I feel like that's too much pink, so I put an Among Us keychain on him instead. But I put that on all my stuff. What was that?
Among Us?
Yeah, I have a little tiny... You haven't seen it?
I have a little brown Among Us keychain. I actually found it in Nashville because when I play Among Us, my username is Gotta Fart. And of course, I always make my Among Us character brown and have toilet paper on its head. And so I want a brown little Among Us astronaut as my keychain. But whenever I see, like, Among Us is popular, so you see the keychains everywhere, but I never see brown. But in Nashville, I saw somebody who had brown. And I was like, oh my god, they got a brown Among Us. And Brownie was with me, and I'm like, look, Brownie, they got a brown Among Us. I never see that. And he went ahead and bought it for me, and it had a squeaker in it, and it was really great. So that's what's on my Kirby backpack right now. And I like it. It matches the straps on my Kirby backpack. It's great.
Fuck me. I had a thought process and I lost it.
Sorry, I got into Among Us too far. Well, the merchandising.
No, it's fine. It's your stream after all, so.
Let's see. Iron Man. Yeah, you know, Iron Man was the first movie, like superhero movie, where I was like, oh man, superhero stuff can be good. Because before I was like, comics and superheroes, that's too campy. That's not interesting. But then I saw Iron Man and I was just like, oh shit, this seems cool. And then I even got into like Batman and all that stuff. I really loved it. Spider-Man No Way Home, like, it sounds good, but the concept has me nervous. Like, it has to do with, like, Peter Parker messing up a thing that Doctor Strange does with, like, time shit, and it makes me nervous.
Apparently it's phenomenal.
I hope it is.
Like, would you like one spoiler about who shows up in the movie?
I would assume it's Tobey Maguire. That's what I heard.
Both past Spider-Men show up.
Oh, that's what I heard! I don't mind spoilers because the movie's been out for a while. Like, when did it come out?
Beginning of January?
It's been a month. It's fine.
Also, Aaron Davis said a wild Brody appears, and Brody says, no he didn't, you're seeing things. And Brody is just there thinking,
I will send you to Jesus.
Ah, man, I'm running out of wine. Well, at least I got a new vase. Michael Combs is saying, after Star Wars, I lost faith in Disney. Yeah, the newer Star Wars stuff didn't have it, but I guess that's what people felt about the prequels. And to be fair, the prequels weren't all that, but I loved the third one. Episode 3, that's my jam right there. And the Clone Wars stuff, that's my jam. I liked Disney. I like Disneyland. I like Disney movies. I don't mind it. They're all cute. They're all animated. I'm not hard to please. Just as
to build Epcot.
Oh yeah, I haven't been to Epcot before, so I want to go and see it. I want to go to Disney.
I'm talking like the actual Epcot city.
Dude, call me a dumbass, but I just only know Epcot Center.
So the short version is that Epcot stands for Experimental Prototype City of Tomorrow. Or
Wow.
Experimental Prototype City of Tomorrow Today. That's why it has 2 T's. And basically it was supposed to be like this massive, futuristically built city where, like the people mover, that would be the main form of transportation around the place. There would be one big central commercial district that branched out into multiple residential districts, and it would be layered like a cake. So the top layer would be the houses and the businesses and whatnot. The first layer down would be highways and whatnot, and the second layer down is where the trucks would be moving.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, that went down the wrong tube.
Alright.
You were saying.
How far do you need me to back up?
Not far. I was listening, but I was also dying.
Okay.
But yeah,
The big
Epcot.
idea with this... Yep, the big idea with the city was that it would be built in such a way that the idea for this was in the 50s, so the internet didn't exist for things like product market research. The idea was that someone could create a new dishwasher or a new television, new oven, new microwave, and you could just ship it out to all of the homes in Epcot and use them as your market research.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, Walt Disney died before he was able to pull this off, and he was the only guy who would be able to pull it off, so it never happened.
Walt Disney I'm sorry, I'm still recovering. He had a lot of wild ideas. Like, I never heard about Golden Oaks until, like, yesterday. Did I tell you about that? Like, Golden Oaks is an actual community built on Disney property where it's, like, houses worth millions of dollars where Disney fans can just fucking live. And it's, like, a Disney-designed house. And it's just like, yeah, you live on the park. That is a legit house you can own. But at what cost?
Selling your soul to the mouse.
Dude, if you work there, you're doing that anyway. I guess that's the rich person's way of doing it. If I was super ultra mega like Jeff Bezos rich, maybe I would buy a house there, but I wouldn't actually live there because I imagine living in the Disney park would be a pain in the ass. Because like always outside your neighborhood would be full of traffic and have lots of people. And I feel like you'd get stupid teenagers and people trying to break into the community all the time or into Disney because that's what they fucking do. So I'd have it as a vacation home.
Where this community is.
I suppose it does, but like, yeah, I'd have it as a vacation home. So when like my family would call it and be like, "Hey, your nephews or your niece wants to go visit Disney World and visit you," I'd be like, "Okay, we'll meet up at my vacation home down in Orlando at Disney World, and we'll just go to the parks whenever we want and all that shit." But that's the only reason I would see using it, and that's if I had stupid Jeff Bezos money. Someone goes, "What is the the ABV of that wine?" And I'm guessing that's alcohol beverage volume. Hold on, let me check. It is 10% alcohol. So it really does not take much.
By volume or by weight?
Let's see. Alcohol 10% by volume.
I forget which one is more.
Dude, I don't remember either.
Well, I don't expect you to. You just drank an entire bottle of wine.
Yeah. It's a very skinny bottle.
So Michael Collins says that they're both extroverted and introverted at the same time.
I kind of get that. Though, no, more in my case, it's that I'm introverted, but I'm very good at playing an extrovert. Like, if I'm at work or in a social situation and I have the energy for it, I'm really good at seeming like I'm out there and I'm getting with it and I know what I'm doing. But on the inside, I'm like, oh, when do I get to go home and play on my phone?
So, the way I had this clarified up for me is that being introverted or extroverted is based on where you draw your energy from. So, the classic example is going to a party. An introvert will need like 3 days to recover from a party. An extrovert will get more and more energized as they're at the party interacting with people. So, like, for me, I'm a very outgoing outgoing introvert. I can be the life of the party if I need to be, but I would much rather be at home watching YouTube at like 3 times the speed.
No, I get what you mean, kind of, but for me, it depends on who with. Because someone actually made an observation. I think it was me and Bronny's friend Caps Lock. I haven't talked to him in a bit, so I hope he's doing good. But Caps Lock noticed when I was at a convention, when I was in our small group of friends, I was the life of the party and I was like having fun and talking all the time. But when we got to the bigger sections of the convention, where there was like a million people around and all that stuff, I'd be on my DS being like, oh, I just got something on Me Plaza, yay! So I would shell up when it was too many people, but when it was just enough, I'd explode. So it really depends on who's around, and I don't know, I'm not really in control of that. It's just how it is.
Okay, so now I know that if we end up at a convention together, I won't be the only one just playing Pokemon Go the entire time.
Dude, I can't wait to go to a convention again. I want to bring my DS and see if anyone else does the me stuff still. I still like DS, you know? I like all my old systems. And someone was asking if Pinkie Pie had coins in her. Let me check. I'm actually curious. I haven't checked her. I mean, it's not like she's gonna magically have coins, but... Nah, she's empty. She's empty. You're hollow, Pinkie Pie.
Ronnie says, Heather is very cute. Tell us something we didn't know.
I know, right? Couch Brownie thinks that I'm cute. Where was I? I got these freaking other waters from Target that it's like their store brand of like flavored waters that are like very low calorie. They're not as good as Walmart's, I gotta say. So if you need like a low calorie 64-cent flavored water, go to Walmart. But these, if you have to go to Target, get their strawberry lemonade. It tastes the best. Because they only had 2 flavors.
Yep.
Excuse me. Gosh.
Honestly, my low-calorie drink of choice is Gator Sups.
Which isn't bad.
Especially Waifu Candy.
Yeah, which isn't bad.
Waifu Candy is my favorite flavor by far. I'm like 2/3 of the way through it already. I'm gonna have to order more soon.
You know, I'm so used to like moderating myself and shit. You know what I mean? I'm used to like having like a set amount of shit. So like, for a while, I would only drink like one of these bottles a day because I'd be like, nah, I gotta make sure it lasts and if I can keep up. But then I was like, oh shit, these are so cheap, and I'm doing well enough on money that every 2 weeks I could go and get a whole bunch of them, and it only cost me like $20 to have like a freaking bitch load of them, you know? So I've been getting a little lax, and I don't think it's a bad thing because it's low calorie and there's basically no consequence to me drinking these things, and it's great. It's like being able to drink soda all the time, which I know most people take for granted, like, oh, just go drink a soda, but like, nah, the soda is too high in calorie and too high in sugar. It's not good for me on so many fucking levels. Like, Ronnie's pointed out to me that I have the worst body. And no, he didn't say that, but to me it sounds like the worst because he pointed out that, like, not only do you, for you to lose weight, you have to have things low calorie, you also have to have the right food, like you have to eat vegetables and all the healthy things. You also have to exercise. Because some people, it's just like, oh, you have to exercise. Oh, you have to have low calorie. Oh, you have to eat, like, vegetables and shit and just eat the right shit. For me, it's all 3, because some people only have to do 1 or 2 of those things. I get the trifecta! My body's the worst.
I need to get an exercise bike so that when I'm watching YouTube, I'm just pedaling the entire time.
I feel like I can't focus like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, I need something mindless, like when I run or pedal. Like, I need to have metal music blast in or something like that because it helps me, like, really go faster and not get too winded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh.
Like, I can't be watching
TV.
TV.
To try to set a personal best every time I'm on there, or even to keep a steady pace. It's just exercising at all while I'm watching YouTube.
Princess Heather Von Trent says, you mean the water flavoring? Yeah, because you can get bubbly and like carbonated waters, but I don't like the way they taste. I don't like carbonated waters where it's like you get that just bitter carbonated water taste and maybe in the aftertaste you get something. Those are gross and I hate them. Like you get if you get American Glacier or like even this market pantry stuff from Target and it's strawberry lemonade flavor, this isn't the best, I'll be honest. This Target shit isn't the best. When you get the Walmart American Glacier shit, that's like drinking soda, but that shit has no calories. But yeah, I don't mean like the packets. You can get packets that are low calorie though and put them in water. And those aren't expensive either. And that's kind of good, but then you're just putting them in water. I like carbonation. I don't like carbonated water, but I like carbonation because I'm used to liking soda.
Honestly, I like my sodas flat.
I do not understand that. Like, even when these things get flat, it lessens my enjoyment. That's one problem with them. They're really big, and so I don't finish them right away. And when I don't finish them right away, I'm still drinking them, and then soon they'll get flat. And I'm like, oh, I don't like it when they're flat. I like it when they're bubbly. You know? I mean, I don't get it. You and Bronny both like your shit flat. And when my shit starts to get flat, sometimes I just, like, if the flavor isn't good enough to make it, like, worth it. Like, if it's a lemonade flavor, oddly enough, a lemonade flavor, like, if it's not carbonated, I don't mind as much because ordinary lemonade isn't bubbly. But when it's, like, say, black cherry or some shit, or no, like, key lime, and it tastes like Sprite, but then it gets flat, and I'm like, oh, it's like flat soda. I don't like flat soda. I usually give it to Bronny and be like, hey, finish this up for me so he can finish it, because he likes flat stuff. I do not get it why you'd like it flat. I like the texture. I like the bubbles hitting my tongue. I love that whole sensation.
At this point, I would not be surprised if Bronny and I were, like, once the same being, like Piccolo and Kami.
Yeah, you have too much in common. Are you sure you're not dating me?
Bronny and I are gonna meet someday, shake hands, and fuse into one being.
Oh, that'd be gross.
Well, no, it'd be like Namekian fusion, where it's just a flash of light.
Good, make it nice and classy. Easy mode gamer, Heather's body, the perfect chaotic storm. Michael Hahn says, I really should start exercising, but I'm too lazy, but I'm very out of shape. Yeah, it's super hard to motivate yourself. I hate it every day of my life, but somehow I get through it. I don't know. You can try. Try doing what I do and, like, start running and listen to, like, music you really like, but, like, active music. Because if you listen to classical, you'll be like, I don't want to do this, but it has to be music where you're, like, envisioning a music video to yourself. And you're like, oh, man, this music video would be super awesome, but and then you forget you're running. You're just thinking about something else. That's kind of how, like, the best exercise, I think. It's where, like, you can turn off a part of your brain because you're thinking about something way too much. And then you don't notice how long you've been running. Because I've actually found myself, like, I can run a mile in 12 minutes, so I've been like, just, you know, running for 12 minutes. But sometimes I get so into a song, I go over a mile because I'm, like, envisioning all this stuff and daydreaming too hard. And then it's like, oh, shit, I've actually been running for 13 minutes because I've been thinking about something for so long. And then you realize, oh, my God, you're exercising more than you intended to. Though that did take an impact on my calves this week. I felt like they were on the verge of cramping at work the other day. Easy mode gamer. Bronny likes it flat. Got it. Yeah, he does.
Also from Easy Mode Gamer, music is an awesome motivator for exercising.
It definitely
Yes, it is, which is why I wish I could play more Beat Saber. But the one thing that's stopping me from doing it is the fact that I have to move a dining room table every time I want to.
You know what? That's part of the exercise, Emerald.
It is, but it's also an inconvenience.
It sure
That's why
is.
I don't do it. Like, once I get a space where I can just have an open area set up with my computer in it at all times, I'm going to play so much Beat Saber.
It looks cool, too. I still haven't played it.
And then, Brody says, I split off my evil side to create Spencer so I could become the Guardian of Earth.
Aww. You're his baby.
I don't like the way you phrased that.
You know that I'm putting no thought into it. That is all on you. Someone was asking, Charles B asked, do you still have your Infinity Gauntlet cup, Heather? Yes, I do. The thing is, I'm not using it as much because I'm not drinking regular water as much anymore because I keep drinking these fucking things. Which I wonder when, like, the downside to this is gonna show up, you know? Because they're low calorie, they taste good, they're bubbly, and they're big. So at some point, something's gonna come up where it's gonna be like, oh, this shit gives you cancer, but like, I don't know. Something's gonna come up where it's like they use fucking baby tears to make it. And at that point, I'd be like, ah, shit, what a tragedy. My God. Anyways.
Ronnie says I spit out an egg and it was Spencer. One of these days, the next time I visit my mom, I will shave my face, take a picture next to her, and send it to you to prove that is wrong.
No, shaving your face is gonna prove that you look more like an egg that he could spit out.
No, I have the splitting image of my mother. It's the reason I have a beard.
Oh, wow, that's interesting to think about. I look like my mom too, but I can't have a beard to, like, you know, make us look that different. But the good thing is she dyes her hair blonde. And she's also very short. But yeah, other than that, same face. I just have a slightly different nose. Oh yeah, I tried to call my mom today. I gotta call her back tomorrow because I didn't get her. I tried to call my mom like once a week because I know she likes that. And she texted me today like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'll call you back later. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going out to dinner right now. I'll tell you when I'm back. And I forgot to text her. So I gotta call her tomorrow. Because I tried calling her yesterday and I missed her. I know she likes having these calls. And you know, I try to call my mom once a week. You gotta make your moms happy.
On the topic of me being evil, I have a question for you, Heather.
Yes.
Alright, so you are given the ability to directly interface with a single person's nervous system. You can't cause them any physical harm, but you can make them feel whatever you want. How do you torture them?
It has to be torture?
Yes.
Alright, let me think for a second. So I was like, oh, I can meld my nervous system with someone to make them feel something. I'd probably make Bronny feel self-confident. I'm really good at that. Let me think. Torture. You know what? I'd go to the person I hate and make them have extreme self-esteem issues. Because that'll fuck with them for life. And if they already have it, I'm gonna like, they already have self-esteem issues. What do you give them? I don't know.
It still goes with psychological torture.
Yeah.
My answer to that question: imagine your body being completely overwhelmed by waves of pleasure, but there's never any release.
Oh, that's just edging, and some people love that.
Well, the key with edging is that you back off right before the release, but there's never any back off. It's just continual building of pressure, but the cork never pops.
Yeah. There's a reason it's a thing. Someone said plot twist, Spencer has been Bronny's son this entire time. That slut, I knew he got pregnant. See.
Oh yeah, remember what I said earlier about drinking too much gamer subs?
Yes.
I have to go to the bathroom. I will be back.
Okay. Bronny Buck asks, hey Heather, remember that one episode where Rarity could fly? I do remember. You bitch. I made this! There are plenty of other... You had a plushie next to your fucking head that you could have thrown. A regular one! Not a yarn one. Fucking couch Bronny being a bitch. Charles B says, oh, remember that episode where Rarity went punk? I don't have a punk Rarity plush, you ass. I wish I did, though. That was a good look. Michael Collins says, going punk isn't really Rarity's thing since she's all uptight normally. I guess, but sometimes you're just into the style. Like, I'm not all riding a Harley and fucking going to late nights and drinking a lot. I mean, I drink a bit, but this is the only time during the week where I do. But I will go fucking do that look. It just looks hot. If Charles Beast goes, if Bronny throws the plush of your OC, would that be considered hitting yourself? Look, I have the plush of my OC right here, and he's not getting it! You're lucky I don't have your plush. I'd throw it in your fucking face. Or... Oh my god, am I done with this yet? Ah, shit. Oh hey, I could probably put that final top coat on my toenails. We're gonna die young. Oh, what a shame that you came here with someone.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss?
Freaking Bronny threw a goddamn rarity plush at me.
I absolutely hate myself for considering what I'm considering right now.
What?
A wild T-Torga has spawned halfway across, and I am considering ditching the stream. No, wait. It's
A
too
Tortuga?
far away. Yes. No, T-Torga.
I know what Pokemon you're talking about, regardless.
Yes.
If you want to do
It is
it,
the first time
I support you. But
I'd love to, but I would not get there in time.
that's you calculating the odds. Alright, I put my final coat on the toes.
This morning, there was a Charizard that I missed by 5 seconds.
Oh, that is sucky. Oh, look out. Totally Lou's in the chat and called us the big gay.
Emotional damage.
Well put. How dare he? My sexuality. How dare you assume it? I forgot what I was looking for, but I was looking for something that were on the screen.
Imagine if chat could pay like 55 cents to play that emotional damage soundbite.
Just do it every time there's a freaking burn. Damn it. I have to sweep in here. Alright. Finish those 3 rows. I gotta start filling this thing up with stuffing. Where the hell is my little bag of pig? My little stuffing pig.
Hey Heather, did you already respond to the Charles B talking about if Ronnie threw a plushie or OC at yourself?
Yeah. I was just like, you know what? Look, I have the plushie of myself and he's not getting it and he's fucking.
So, the reason I'm bringing that up is because earlier this week, Scribbler Productions put out a comic dub where Lyra met a male version of herself called Gyra.
Yeah.
And the question I posed in the comments was, if Lyra and Gyra do it, is that self-cest or masturbation?
And Scribbler was like, I need you to leave.
As far as I'm aware, no one has interacted with that comment in any way whatsoever.
It's kind of, it is. Yeah, it's that. That's a whole subsection on femfiction. I was just thinking about how femfiction was full of little shits. Like, just today, actually. Because I was just thinking about fanfiction. It's like, man, why haven't I gone to go read a fanfiction of My Little Pony? Well, I had a few that I liked. But I remembered, like, any time I commented something in the comment section or did anything, I got a lot of bullshit. Like, when I was in high school, of all things, I wrote, like, a dumb, cringy fanfic of me and my boyfriend. And, like, I was obviously a kid. And someone went in when I was writing that fic that I didn't really care about, saying, like, so you're monochrome, because, like, I had, like, just a brown unicorn OC when I started out. They were just like, brown monochrome unicorn OC with this stupid Mary Sue dude protagonist. This is the worst fanfic ever. And I was just like, what the fuck, bro? I'm 14. And then, like, the one time I went into a frickin' comment section, I was just like, oh man, this interaction with these two characters was kind of intense, and I don't know if that was good. And they were like, oh my gosh, no, it just shows, like, someone commented back, like, oh my gosh, it just shows, no, that they're so in love, and isn't it so romantic? And I'm like, no, dude, these are toxic behaviors. If you ever found this in a real relationship, you should avoid it at all costs. This is, like, downright abusive. And they're like, you know, you just don't get it. And I'm like, don't get your panties in a bunch. If you like it so much, it's fine. And they were like, I don't have panties. And they got into that kind of type of arguing, and I'm like, okay, there's just no reasoning with this person. So I remember, oh yeah, fanfiction is
you blocked and deleted. You may now kiss my ass.
I know. So I'm like, oh yeah, fanfiction is filled with a bunch of tards.
So Brody says the male Lyra wouldn't be named Gyra, it'd be Harpo. Ordinarily, I'd agree with you, but in this particular comic, it was explicitly said in the dialogue that his name was Gyra.
I like the name.
But it was Lyra who named him, so...
I like it.
Also, Brody says, now you know how I feel when you talk about yandere.
I suppose. Like, I don't justify yandere, though. I don't go like, oh, this is the relationship I want to have. It's so romantic and shit like that. I just go like, nah, that just gets me off. Like, that is purely what I say when we talk about yandere. It's like, nah, like, that fucking stalker shit, it just gets me horny. I don't want that actually in a relationship. I don't want to live that life, but I just like the thrill. I am very upfront that, like, yeah.
I was not expecting Bebe levels of straightforwardness coming from you.
When have I not been straightforward with this shit? Where I'm just like, nah, that's just hot. That's it. That's not what I actually want in a relationship. It's just fucking... That's what does it for me.
I know, it shouldn't surprise me. It just did for some reason.
I am always straightforward with what it's like, yeah, that's what does it for me. Fucking, there was a point in time where I really liked Overwatch yandere shit, and there was like a Tumblr on, there was a Tumblr blog for that kind of thing, where they would just write, like, one-shots of, like, each individual Overwatch character being a yandere for, like, a, you know what, like, Y/N your name character. And I was just like, yeah, that's what I like. That's what gets me. I don't know why. Those... You know, like, it gets weird, but once you get into relationships and stuff like that, you realize, like, I don't care as much. Like, don't get me wrong, if it, like, suddenly popped up my feed, I might read it. My god, what is my cat doing? But,
character development definitely changes people's tastes.
Oh yeah, totally. You have to be some kind of horny to like it. Carol Kirkpatrick goes...
Heck, I could probably have a Go ahead.
She goes, I kind of have that kind of personality. I like to believe she's responding to what I just said, going like, yeah, I'm a yandere, or yeah, I totally get off to that yandere shit. Carol, you fiend.
You know, I could probably delve into, like, my, I know I've mentioned it in the past, but it's been a while, my daydream, OC self, and, like, the character development on that end. But this would need to be a 10-hour stream for me to adequately explain it, so I'm not going to.
Oh, you go ahead and not be that. Everyone will just think it. On Easy Mode Gamer, like, is being very accurate right now, so I'm gonna approve that comment. Where it's like, Knife is being a shit off camera. Yeah, she's always being a little shit. She's really staring really hard at Spoon's tank. And I don't, like, you know you're not getting that, right? I will slap you if you try and eat him. I have had him for like 5 years. He's gonna be 6 this year. I've known him longer than you. Okay? He's your brother. Don't you fucking try and do this shit to me. I just had to go through him thinking he had a disease and fixing his nitrate levels and shit, and I have to invest in a bigger tank. You're not fucking doing this shit. Okay? She is staring. She is staring, and I don't like it. She actually
We
notices
just
it.
need Spoon to do something to spook her.
Yeah, he's kind of just staring at him, at his own reflection right now. He's having one of his moments. Knife, what are you doing? She just kind of stared. Alright, I'm gonna need Couch Brawny to just watch that situation, because I can't. Knife, go back to sleep.
I need to come down there and couch Spencer and hold her hostage in like a baby hold.
I don't know. Michael Collins says, isn't yandere the one where the girl gets angry really easy? No, I think that's tsundere you're thinking about. Yandere is when they're, like, legit a stalker psycho. Tsundere is when they're like, ugh, baka, and then slaps them in the face, but they're really in love.
Yeah,
And Aaron Davis goes, is Knife hungry? She's eaten her dinner, but she always wants something extra. I don't know what to do about her. She's going back to laying down.
cats are always hungry. You just have to ignore them, otherwise they'll blow up to the size of Violet Beauregard. No.
Yeah, cats will get fat given the opportunity. Like, they don't have
yes, Beauregard. I was
self-esteem
thinking
issues
Baudelaire.
like we do. They don't care about being fat.
Mhm.
Easy Mode Gamer summed up yanderes pretty well. Yanderes are individuals who become obsessed with another individual to the point where they will kill people. Yeah, that is exactly right. Think of Yandere Simulator, something like that.
Yep. Actually, there's a brilliant comic from Merryweather Comics. I think it's called Stalker x Stalker, where 2 yanderes fall in love with each other.
Oh, that sounds so romantic.
It is.
Oh, I love it. I'm watching it. I'm reading
I
a
think
few
the first
webtoons.
comic strip. Oop, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm watching a few webtoons that are kind of like that. I actually have to, like, get caught up on them. But you were saying.
Yeah, so I think the first comic of Stalker x Stalker is the guy decides he loves the girl, so he, like, breaks into her house or something, and then I forget what he was doing in the house, but then he notices that she has a shrine set up to him with, like, his half-eaten apple and stuff like that. So then they're just upfront with each other. And they do all this creepy yandere stuff that would be completely off-putting to anyone else, but because they're both yandere for each other, they appreciate it on a level that I don't think anyone else could.
That's really good. That's reciprocated love. Ah. I gotta get back to my yandere kind of things that I was watching. because I like reading webtoons every once in a while. Like, I have a few stories that I follow. But the thing is, like, with webtoons, I have this relationship where, with webtoons, where, like, for a week, I'm, like, catching up on everything I haven't read in a while, and I'm rechecking something every day to see if it updated, and it hasn't yet. And then for, like, 3 to 6 months, I will forget that webtoons ever existed and not check it. And then suddenly I'll have just free time, and I'll be like, I'm going to check my iPad and get caught up in my webtoons, and I just have chapters to go back to because I haven't checked it in months. And so I'm just reading all these freaking updates like, oh, this comics were so good and I forgot about it. And then it's that cycle where, like, I'm just checking everything for a week and getting caught up, and then I drop it and forget about it for a few months, and then I come back and everything's updated or finished, and I'm like, oh my god, these were great. And the thing is, it's like that because I only ever check webtoons on my iPad. Because I don't want to read comics on my phone. It's just too small. I like my iPad because it's big and it's like reading an actual comic, and I have like this big picture in front of me of all the stuff. But yeah, I love it. I do love it. It's just I drop it every few months, and then I go back for like a week, and then I drop it for a few months again. The two yandere comics that I follow, what were their names? Like, It's Mine and... God, what was the name of the other one? Because it was a really good one. It had an interesting twist.
I have a very similar problem when it comes to YouTube. I'll be on top of my notifications, and I'll be even so on top of it that I can start watching my 2-year backlog. And then something will pop up, and I fall behind on my notifications, and I'm like, okay, I have all these videos to watch. But I want to listen to Reddit stories.
I keep falling into that cycle. I haven't touched an r/Reddit video in a while because I keep getting dragged into that. Once you get into that long enough, though, you realize a lot of r/Reddit videos are like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Mostly the Reddit videos are just because I'm doing other stuff and I need something to listen to, and it's just like, I can't be bothered to take in any new information right now.
Yeah. Like, I try to keep up with it because, like, one of the channels I follow is Internet Daily, and they're, like, my news source. So I like, if they have a video that they just posted, I will put it on my watch later. And I work an office job where, like, I'm logging a lot of stuff a lot of my day, so I'll just put my headphones in, and I'll be listening to that as I do my work during the day. So I try to listen to a lot of YouTube videos like that. So I am better able to keep up with things.
So Trent Guerrero, Giron, however that's pronounced, says, I recommend r/. I have not only been subscribed to r/ since 2019. When I subscribed, I went back to the first video on the channel and watched every single thing that he ever uploaded. Because I have a problem like that.
We all have a problem like that.
Like, here's the thing, when I said earlier that I'm subscribed to like 70 VTubers, it's not just that I subscribed to them, it's that every time I subscribe to a new channel, I have this compulsion to watch every single video they've ever made, just in case I need that background info.
You're thorough.
I'm thorough, and it bites me in the ass.
It do be like that sometimes.
Jerome, got it.
Yeah, like, I think that's some commitment right there, and I think I could use a little more of that commitment myself. Because there are some things I've put in my, like, some playlist I've saved, so I'm like, oh, I want to get into this series of YouTube videos and have all the background information and stuff like that. And I never get to it. It's just something that's there, and it's like, oh, I'll watch that eventually, and I never do.
I would honestly advise starting to watch videos at faster than real time if you want to have any solid chance of catching up with any given channel.
Dude, I don't think my brain will absorb shit.
Look, I'd recommend just starting slow. Start at like 1.25 times the speed. Or I'll send you a link to a YouTube extension I use. where it has a scroll wheel. You can set it to scroll as little as 0.5% or 0.05% of the video's speed.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh boy,
Sorry, Knife's looking at the thing again. Knife,
kind of figured.
what do you think you're doing? What is it? I know you see him. He's not there for you. That's enough. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. You too.
So,
Little cowboy.
Easy Mode Gamer says there's a fine line between obsession and committed. I can definitely vouch for that, and I can even tell you the difference. Committed is watching every single video a channel has ever produced in an effort to catch up. Obsessed is when I was doing my week-long organization project, and I watched the same Scooby-Doo video from Jello Apocalypse 37 times within the span of 4 days.
Yeah, there is a difference there.
And the worst part was, it wasn't even an obsession I wanted. It was just like, my mind is addicted to this video right now, and I need another hit. And of course, because I was doing organizing, that required brain power, so I was also in one of those I can't be bothered to take in any new information right now moods. So it was really just the perfect storm of whatever I could describe it as.
Yeah, it's your own formula, bro. Easy Mode Gamer says, I became over the whole yandere trope because of Twilight. No, freaking Twilight didn't have yanderes in it, at least not good ones. Don't let that ruin yanderes for you.
Wasn't Edward more of a kudere?
Aaron Davis is becoming an intellectual. I've been listening to philosophy lectures lately. I listened to TED Talks for a while because they were interesting. But some of them made me depressed, so I stopped. Intelligence is also gaining depression. The less you know about the world, the better. Carol Kirkpatrick says, I think Knife wants the attention. She might. She's really staring at either Spoon or just stuff on my wall like it's the first time she's ever seen it. Like, what is all this? And I'm like, yeah, that's just stuff I have on my wall all the time. Like, you've seen it before. And she goes like, I don't know, I don't remember seeing this. But then again, she's old and maybe she forgot. No kitty.
Okay, well, I just looked it up. There are way more dairy types than I thought there were.
Yeah, there's there's tsundere, yandere, dudere, dere. I can't remember them all. There's a lot.
Yep. So there's dere, which is just the, they don't mask it, they're just affectionate towards people. Tsundere, which are the ones that disguise their affection towards people with anger. Yandere, which we were discussing earlier. Dandere, which are shy and reserved unless they're exclusively around people that they care about. Kudere, which are basically just the cool, calm, and collected type. There's Bakadere, which are airheads. Let's see this one. Mayadere, antagonist. Okay, so basically they're the kind who are the villain at first, but then fall in love with somebody that makes them switch sides.
That is a nice one. I like.
Apparently there's Nyandere, which are super affectionate towards cats to the point where they turn themselves into cats.
What?
Yeah, either literally becoming cats or becoming cat girls, or just adopting a lot of cat-like mannerisms.
Okay.
Apparently there's also Iyokidere, which are suffering from some sort of fatal disease or condition, and use that perspective to motivate the main character. How is that a dairy type?
I don't really get what dairy is at its core.
Damn, I might need to research this a little better.
Present a paper. Charles B says, "Is that Fluttershy on your wall above your Halo sword?" No, that's Princess Cadence. That's like one of the little beanie babies. I actually have the 3 princesses right there. Luna, Celestia, Cadence, and Cadence. Yeah, and I also have a picture of the Student 6 with Twilight Sparkle right there. That's done by Lightning Bliss. Yeah, there it is.
I'm just gonna post this URL in Casa Crochet so that you can read it yourself, because I'm starting to not understand this very well.
There's a lot of shit going on. The knife getting. Easy Mode Gamer says knife getting dementia. She might be. She's just fucking old. Like, I haven't had her for that long, but it turns out the entire time I've had her, she's been an elderly citizen. So I don't know, man. Easy Mode Gamer also says Bakadari equals himbos. Or herbos. All kind of bimbo himbos.
I just found Heather's dairy type.
What is my type?
Yatadere.
What's
A
that?
Yatadere likes their booze a little too much. They can get very angry or irritable when they're drunk, or simply doze off in a corner. Some Yataderes reveal a part of themselves when they're impaired and usually sober up when they're in the presence of someone they care about.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of get sleepy and silly.
In case it's not clear, I am just messing with you.
Oh, totally. Crosby asked, was Twilight becoming an alicorn when the show jumped the shark? I really didn't think the show jumped the shark.
They jumped the shark in episode 100.
Most of My Little Pony was good, and if anything, you could say it was a mixed bag. It was a pretty good show. I liked it.
Wait, just to be clear, Heather, do you understand why I say they jumped the shark in episode 100?
What?
Do you understand why I said that MLP jumped the shark in episode 100?
Because they literally jumped over a shark.
There we go. Just had to be sure. Hey, you know that thing that lawnmowers will do when they get really low on gas and they start sputtering because they're not getting enough fuel?
Yes.
My brain's starting to do that.
Oh, I've been there. Alright, we gotta energize is what we need.
I can't energize anymore. I've already drank a cup of 4 times concentrated gamer subs. Or wait, no, twice concentrated.
Yeah, you're going a little nuts with that. Get hydrated with something else.
So. Well, I kept diluting it as it went over, so I think I'm at a water balance, but yeah, I'll drink more water. Easy Mode Gamer says the perfect pair is the best episode.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe if you're an Applejack fan or a romance fan, maybe you'll like it. I don't know
I'll
about
definitely say it's up there.
It's up there. But I don't know if that's the best. Maybe I'm the
I
weird
can't tell
one.
you which one is my absolute least favorite episode.
Which one's that?
Fluttershy leans in.
I think the episode that's probably the worst are the ones I can't remember. Because, like, an unmemorable episode is worse than one that is absolutely terrible, because at least someone remembers that. If you leave absolutely no impression at all, that's probably the worst. I don't know if I'm in the minority or whatever, but I liked episodes of My Little Pony that had a lot of songs. Like, I liked Magical Mystery Cure, which I know is an unpopular opinion. People didn't like Twilight becoming an alicorn and stuff. But I liked the music.
Yeah, I will say I'm in a very unique position. Equestrian Girls was my introduction to the franchise, and Season 4's finale was already out and on Netflix by the time I started watching, so I only ever knew Alicorn Twilight. But where was I going with that? I need more water.
Who knows, bro?
Angel Speed wants to know what are your thoughts on romance in kids' cartoons?
It's not something that I think you should hide from children. Does that make sense? Because children, even as young as age 5 to age like 6, 7, they're already having their first crushes. They have a crush on their babysitter. Like, I had my nephews who weren't even in school yet saying, oh, well, I'll get married to this and that, and they don't understand love yet. So I think it's good to introduce it to them in a setting that they, are already enraptured in. It, like, of course, we over-romanticize it for them to make it fun and cutesy and things like that. Like, love is fun and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's also an important age to teach them about that stuff, and maybe we should stop doing that and teach them about other intricacies in love. Like, obviously, like, we're not going to go too in-depth with relationships with children, but, like, making them understand, like, basic things. Like, yes, you can like someone, but there's also situations where they might not like you back, or there are certain boundaries that people have. Like, maybe introducing it to a child, you could be like, hey, sometimes someone you like might not want to hug, so you should not hug them until they say it's okay. That kind of thing. Like, baby steps to romance, because all in all, romantic feelings are something a majority of us have, and it's natural and it's okay to have them, and we already introduce it to children all the time, and it's good to introduce it to them in a very comfortable setting where they can learn about it and indulge in it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's an alright thing to have, because then you can start teaching kids like the building blocks of healthy romantic relationships, and what is okay and what is not okay to do in a very basic way. I know Bronny had that stream last night, and I didn't contribute to it, and I didn't even request to be in it, because I didn't think I could bring anything to the table that not everyone was already gonna do. From what I understand, the stream went great, and they probably said everything I needed to say, but I think it's perfectly fine, and it's something we already do, and it's something we can do even better, so that's all I gotta say on that. Carol Kirkpatrick says, hey Heather, have you ever watched the TV anime show Inuyasha? I read the fan fictions in that, and most of them that I read, they are really good. I watched a little bit of it, and I was kind of into it, but I don't know anything outside the first few episodes. Trent goes, Cordero had your channel. Oh yeah, Cordero was at our house, and he was just gonna talk on Brian's mic with him. But it wasn't working out well, and I'm just like, you can just use my computer. I don't care. So he just did, and just used my account. I don't care. Very close to finishing this head.
Pokemon Go seems to really want me to ditch the stream right now.
Pokemon Go wants you to stay hooked and addicted, Emerald.
There's a fable at a graveyard near me.
Please don't go to the graveyard, Emerald.
by
That
near
sounds
me-
like a trap.
Well, it's a really small graveyard, and it's right across the street.
You live across the street from a graveyard?
I live across the street from a graveyard and down the street from another one.
Spooky.
And directly next to a middle school.
My god, these children must all be goth. It's the last 10 minutes of the stream. Last 10 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now or hold your silence until the next stream.
Yeah. And by directly next to, I mean, I can, laying on the futon, I can see into the middle school's windows.
Oh man. Hope they don't look back.
Probably not. So, I've noticed that there's been a bit of a debate going on in the comments about every creature being offensive. And Easy Mode just brought up, I don't know about every creature being offensive, however, this is a world where peeved is a curse word. I actually have a bit of a headcanon on that. When Fluttershy said peeved and sassafras, those aren't actually the swear words. They're just Hasbro censoring the swear words, and she actually swore in canon.
I don't know, it's just more funny, like, her saying peeved and the mother being like, oh, what a fucking degenerate.
Yeah, but I find it even funnier to think that Fluttershy said pissed.
Someone did the freaking .ai voice with that, saying like, I'm so pissed.
Oh shoot, I forgot the episode name. But I have the I have not Firebrands, because it's Josh Scorcher's video about the episode with Iron Will. I have his video on my download videos playlist, and at some point in the episode, there's a part where Fluttershy's yelling out of a cart, and he said, I'm expecting someone to make a Equestria Girls vector of Fluttershy flipping people off from the cart, and whoever he was doing the video said, it probably exists already.
Freaking. I was gonna stuff this freaking monkey head with popcorn. But yeah, I had no doubt it already existed. Someone was saying, what's the
Angel's
curse?
wants-
Oh, I think we're about to address the same
we
thing.
were about
What's
to
the
read the
curse
same one.
word equivalent of sassafras? And I just thought about it. A sucky ass sassafras. What do you think? It's sucky ass.
I guess has been shithead.
Sassafras, shithead. It doesn't roll off the tongue the same way. Like sucky ass and sassafras sound the same, but shithead and sassafras, no.
Yeah. I honestly wasn't going for like what sounded similar. I was going for more the angle like, okay, Hasbro has a camera crew planted inside Equestria and audio editing techniques. So like, they get the audio from opposite Fluttershy, and she's like, oh, guess what, shithead? And they're like, we can't use that. We need a voice actress. We need to come up with something that she actually said.
I don't know about all that. I do want to address what Easy Mode Gamer said. He said, like, you mean like how in SpongeBob dolphin noises are actually curses? Carol goes, yes. I was thinking about how at the end of that episode, Mrs. Krabs was like, because they started replacing dolphin noises with all these other sounds like foghorns and shit like that. And at the end of it, she was like punishing everybody for being like potty mouths for saying so much swear words. And she bumped her toe on something and she was like, ow, my beep foot, like a giant honk. And everyone was like, and Mr. Krabs was like, mother, and she goes like, what? It's old man Jenkins in his gelati. And it's like him in a car going like, hey, Mrs. K, and he's honking his horn like, beep. So she didn't actually curse, like a horn like sounded over her. So it's like the curse words in SpongeBob are actually like weird sound effects that they just find really rude. Oh yeah, I heard this. Trent says the actors actually swore. LOL. And I'm like, oh my god, I would have liked to see all that because I actually haven't seen the outtakes where they like just switch out all that stuff. I'm actually, oh, it's the last 5 minutes of the stream, and last 5 minutes of the stream, any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now. Whoever holds your silence until the next stream. I'm actually almost about finished with this head. I think I just want one more. Yeah.
Have a good day, Carol.
Carol's leaving? Alright, goodbye, Carol. Thank you for coming. I need my scissors. Yeah, I just finished the head. So we finished the head tonight.
Collins wants to know why you don't stream for 5 or 6 hours.
Heather, why don't you stream for 5 or 6 hours like most do? People stream for that long? What are they doing the whole time?
Yes. They usually switch topics. I think I did a stream for... was it around 5 hours? I'll have to check the VOD, but... the people who stream for 5 or 6 hours, they are career streamers. They make their money from streaming, they get brand deals that they promote during the streams. Heather's doing this as a hobby at the moment.
Yeah,
If it
I don't
will ever become a job, it's probably not.
Yeah, 5 or 6 hours. Yeah, that's a shift right there. I don't know. And also, like, you'd need bathroom breaks. Do they get bathroom breaks? I kind of have to pee right now.
Actually, the funny thing is, in Hololive, they are all supposed to be idols. Idols don't go to the bathroom, so whenever they have to do it, they call it idol meetings. And the real funny thing is, one of them accidentally left their heart monitor on when they went to use the bathroom.
Does your heart rate go up when you pee?
Well, we don't know what she was doing in there, but her heart rate hit 116 beats per minute.
She was taking the hardest shit of her life, the poor thing.
And the real funny thing is, so there is a lot of shipping in Hololive, and this streamer was Iris, who is the embodiment of hope. And then there's another streamer, Hakos Bales, who is the embodiment of chaos. And she went to go use the bathroom, but in a stream where she was wearing a heart rate monitor, just like, hold on, I need to take this thing off. And one of her gen mates, I think it was Anna, who was the embodiment of nature, she said, no, leave it on for your wife. Guess what heart rate Hakos hit?
What?
116 beats per minute.
Is that high?
I think their resting heart rates, or normal resting heart rates, are around like 70 or 80.
Okay. Gee.
So it's like kind of strenuous, I believe.
Jeez, I don't know enough about
I should
hearts.
just-
Last minute of the stream. Alright, I'd like to, if you have any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please bring them up in the chat now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream. And while you do that, I'm going to take a minute to thank my patrons. There's the newest one, Easy Mode Gamer. I want to give him a round of applause. He is a Blossoms General. Along with that, there's Angel of Speed, Patrick Gardner, Aaron Davis, DJ Skywalker. We got Spencer, who's here in this chat right now, Carol Kirkpatrick, and Phil Merbroni. If you'd like to be like one of them, go ahead and hit the link in my description to get to my Patreon. For as little as $10 per post, you can get into the Discord server where we're posting pictures of animals and memes and all that stuff, and you can post your streams as well in the Candy Kingdom server. But if you don't feel like doing all that, you can just go to $2 per post. And from there, you can get a kazoo cover. You remember Kazoo Confoundry? Since I've quit that second job, I'm hoping I get more time to work on that so I can do kazoo covers of awesome songs that my patrons have suggested. So go ahead and do that if you feel like it. But if you feel like just giving me a one-time donation, you can give me any amount you want in the link in the description at the very bottom for my tip jar. Go ahead and give me however much you think I'm worth. No negative numbers, please. And if you want more updates on the stream or just stuff I'm generally doing all the time, you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter. And with that, I want to say a big thank you to everybody, and let's say goodnight. Well, I can't say alphabetical order because there's only Spencer here tonight. Spencer, say goodnight.
Have a good night, everyone.
And I want to say have a good night too. It is midnight. No one's brought up any big questions or concerns, so I think it's time to call it a night. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.